Show 3 in the can.
Yes, sir. What a night.
Best one yet, I think.
Andy, this was the best of the 3 so far.
Certainly was.
By a long margin. And it's not even close. Wasn't even close. This is him at his later years best. I guess. Put it, kindly. But listen, it was just a magical night. Smaller venue. I think it was between 14 and 15K tonight. The place only holds 20 grand or 20K. So when you put a stage there, you get less seats. But man, this was a magical night.
Certainly was. Hello there, MVP. You're up quite late.
Hello.
Burning the midnight oil. Thanks for staying up.
Yeah.
Tony D. Yeah. It was, and that really tells you all you need to know. Smaller gigs, into more intimate settings. The sound sounds better. I do feel sorry for some people who did go to some of these bigger shows in Minneapolis and in Denver and in Vegas where there's 50, 60,000 people and you can't hear. That was not the case tonight as I learned, it's not the Box Center, it's the BOK Center.
Okay.
Can't say Box.
Yeah. And I don't think there was a bad seat in the house tonight.
No, I looked around. I mean, it was like I said, it was very, intimate with the cordoning off, say, a quarter of the seats behind Paul's stage and everything. But I got to tell you, even though a typical, even in Manchester, okay, it was spread out, right? Like between the 3 sections, section 1, section 2, and section 3. These were tighter. Now I had a seat that in a bigger arena, you'd be doing this watching the show because you'd be so far down. Now, because you want a higher, like when you're that close, you want a higher seat number because the seats go 1 from the side up to say 30, right?
Okay.
So you look for a higher seat number. I had seat 6, so I was like, I'm gonna have to really turn and see. Not the case. Because it was a smaller arena. And so it was great. I think they only went up to, maybe 20 some odd seats in a row. So it was, first of all, I thought I was in 6th row. I was in the 3rd row.
Right.
So to be this was very comparable to probably Santa Barbara.
Yeah. So you weren't in this place, you weren't far left, you weren't far right.
No.
You were even if the farthest left and the farthest right, you still had a really good center shot.
Yeah, even if you were all the way extreme left or right, you still had a pretty good look.
Yep.
So, I was on the floor in the 3rd row on Brian's side. I always tend to be on Brian Ray's side. I've never. In Manchester, Heidi and I were on Rusty's side on night 2. But where were your seats tonight, Tom?
I was up a little higher. I was close to. I was up in the nosebleed, but I was closer to the rail, so I had a really good dead center shot of him. And at the past, even in the Minneapolis, when I was up in the 100 level, straight ahead, I felt like I was right on top of Paul tonight. It was just. I don't, like I said, it wasn't a bad seat in the house. It was really good.
No, and when you're that close and then that riser goes up, you're actually locking eyes. And I got to say, one of the more kind of heartwarming moments tonight was to watch when he sings a song like "Here Today" up close, and you can look into his eyes. You're not on a screen, you're looking into the man singing "Here Today." That was a really, really special moment for me.
It was a special moment. And I come to the realization today while watching this, maybe because it was just a more intimate show, but a few songs really impacted the voice. Here Today, Let It Be, and Maybe I'm Amazed just hit me a little differently tonight for maybe just because of the older vocals. it really just hit me differently, and I was really moved tonight with this show.
Yeah, it was really, really good. So, Soundcheck. I was there for the Soundcheck, and
talk about that.
I got there very early. I was probably one of the first people at the arena. Got there at probably 2:30, and this was my second Soundcheck show, Hot Sound, and really, another great Soundcheck here tonight. Started later. Started at about 5:30, which is different because usually Paul usually starts right around 5 because he usually gets to the arena around 10 too. So
I knew it was going to be a little differently because doors were at 6:30 tonight. But go ahead.
And not 6, yeah.
You're right.
So the jam, as you know, always opens up the Soundcheck, and that's kind of cool because the jam kind of gets dictated on the riff that Paul is playing, right? So Paul plays, right? Because I've heard these a handful of times now. I think this is my third Soundcheck show. He starts a riff, and then the band vibes off of it. It's not the same jam all the time. So and he comes out, and he's just dressed in sneakers, and a little jumper, and he greeted us, and so did the jam. Went into Matchbox, then Flaming Pie, of course, Home Run.
Yep.
Drive My Car, Sea Moon back in Soundcheck. That was really nice to hear. Sea Moon again. I haven't heard that song in a long time. Women and Wives. It's So Easy, the Buddy Holly song. Every Night from the McCartney album. Ram On with no little tease of Big Barn Bed at the end of it. He didn't do that.
Okay.
Midnight Special, also a staple.
That's a staple. Yeah.
And Queenie Eye, which I haven't heard in ages. So that was it's either Queenie Eye or New, right? And he played Queenie Eye in Soundcheck. That was awesome. And then closed it out with Lady Madonna. But Queenie Eye was cool because I had not seen that live probably since 2016, something like that.
Yeah, last time I would have seen that. Well, he might have. I have to go back. I think he was still doing it in 19, but definitely. I think this was doing it maybe even 22. He did it, but I love it
for a while. Yeah.
It was in the set list for a while, but I love seeing that, doing that live. So that's cool that he had it in the set list.
Yeah, and for Soundcheck, and much less tickets sold for Hot Sound. Let me tell you, Vegas was a shit show. 300 some odd tickets sold there was 157 tickets sold for Hot Sound. The venue could handle it. There wasn't people sitting on the floor in a hospitality room eating food, which is what we did in Vegas. It was great. It was handled great. They ushered us in. They told us where to go, where to stand. It was not a zoo like the other ones. Like I can only attest to Vegas, and Jones told me about the other cities, and they have been. But I think this one was probably the best one out of all of them because it's the Midwest market. It's a little bit different.
Right. Gotcha. Okay.
But, we got our merch bag afterwards, which they finally smartened up and started giving out something to put that poster in when they give it to you.
Very good. Okay.
Which is nice, to give you this thing.
Right.
But they should have been giving this. They should be giving these out to everybody buying posters as one of these things to travel.
Even the city specific posters too.
They should be giving those out. They really should.
Yeah. Which here's the. I'll try to not ruin it, but I like this one a lot. This one is really cool.
Shades of Ram on there.
Yeah, you got some McCartney 3 die on there. You got some the Ram. You got some wings. You got a bluebird. You got something resembling Egypt Station on here. Yeah, so, really cool. Yeah,
and I want to give a quick shout out to the artist that designed that poster. I found it on Instagram today. He's a graphic designer, and his name is Pedro Carrera. And he's a graphic designer, and he's been the one doing all this artwork. So,
it's the same guy.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So, really cool. Pedro Carrera, he's on Instagram. He's a Brazilian-based illustrator, and he's the one that's been creating these posters. So, really cool. At least this one. I don't know about the other ones, but I think it was. He's been doing them for a while. But
I'll have to go back and check the other two when I get home. But but this one, the Minneapolis one, are great. The Vegas one is still a little, with the teeth. But, he's got matching teeth.
Got matching teeth. But same set list as usual. Couple of spots he messed up, but he admitted it when he talked about it.
Something was one.
Something he messed up, and there's parts when he whistles now too.
Yeah,
and he I don't know if it was in Soundcheck or during the show where he was like almost got it. Like I think it was during Soundcheck. Yeah, I think it was during Soundcheck. It was during Ramon. It was during Ramon, and he tried doing the whistling bit, and he's like almost got it. So he's admitting his sometimes as he's aging he can't hit certain things, and that's fine.
That's fine, right? And I got to tell you, from start to finish, for me, the vocals were the best since I've seen him, probably since 14. And even back in 14, he was still a little, spotty here and there. But this was the best consistent show that he's done vocal wise, in my opinion, in a long time.
Yeah. I mean, to me, I have not been disappointed vocally in any Paul McCartney concert I've gone to ever.
Okay.
I've never walked away going, his voice wasn't that good tonight. Maybe I've seen his energy dip in certain shows. Maybe he wasn't as chatty, but I've never been disappointed with his voice at all.
I've noticed
whether I'm sitting up close or I was sitting in the bleeds.
Yeah. I noticed that he's been telling the same stories, but differently for these three shows. He doesn't always tell it the same way. Sometimes he'll just tell it a little differently.
Yeah,
which is good as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly the same thing, and he has this thing like in between, whether he's getting off the piano and he goes back to the guitar, he does this little jig shuffle thing. It's hysterical. He gets off and he does this little shimmy thing to the crowd, and the crowd just eats it up. It's hilarious. It always is. He's he's the gift that keeps on giving, and
he is. Absolutely.
We're very blessed to have lived in the same time period that James Paul McCartney has lived and created.
Very lucky.
Everything.
Yeah.
I
agree with you, buddy. I agree.
Everything about it. I mean, Now and Then, in spite of all the danger, Love Me Do, I've Just Seen a Face, all of it. I mean, just go down the list, man.
Yeah. I thought Help had some really good energy tonight. I thought he sounded the best when tonight with Help.
Yeah.
And, I mean, every song that usually gets me still gets me. Something still gets me. Now and Then. Now seeing it for the third time live is fantastic. I never want this song to leave the set list, no matter how long he's playing live.
No, it's done so well. And again, maybe it's because I was sitting up close, but when you watch those intimate parts of the concert where it's just him and the guitar, it's magical. It's magical, man. You know, Blackbird,
I know.
Here Today.
Yeah, I noticed that high riser part was before the main stage, so it seemed, at least that's what it seemed like from higher up. The riser when he's doing Blackbird and Here Today, it didn't seem like it was part of the main stage. It seemed like he walked up.
Yeah, it was out. It was out
separate. It was a separate piece.
It was out a little bit. It was out a little bit further tonight, but yeah. Good crowd. Lots of first timers that were there.
Yeah,
a couple to my left. They were like, "We've never seen them." Lots of those people going to this show that are just, And then when he played Dance Tonight, I heard a guy go behind me. "Oh, this is a new one." I'm like, "New? It's like 15 years old."
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is just because since we and a bunch of our our Mac 11 fans, I mean, we've seen them more times, so we've heard these stories. But when we go to a new city, you hear people laughing, and then you got to go, well, okay, this is probably the first time that they've heard these stories.
I would say, I don't know if I had to guesstimate it. I would say probably 50% of the audience is there for the first time.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and they're all laughing, having a great time. Seeing, I love seeing families there and seeing it through their eyes. It's great stuff.
Yes, Abe with the little.
Yeah. Sprinkler.
Funny
stuff.
Yeah, but it's great, and then with the yep, yeah, absolutely. No problem. He does, and my sit down song was My Valentine, as usual.
Yeah.
That was great. That was I'm going to rest my dogs and just relax a little bit for 3 minutes. But because you're standing, when you have VIP and hot sound, you better have.
Yeah, I noticed that.
You got to stand.
As soon as the bass comes on the side screens, everybody down below just starts standing, and they're ready to go. And they stand. You guys usually stand for the whole thing for the most part.
What was it like up by you?
Oh, it's fantastic. Mainly sitting. A lot of older people. A lot of younger people, but for the most part, a lot of people were sitting, which I think was a good thing, actually. I was tired too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You nearly missed the gig, didn't you?
Yeah, I nearly missed it. I had a 12 o'clock flight from Detroit to Dallas. It was raining, so we were about 30 minutes delayed, and I only had a 40-minute layover for when I got to Dallas. So we landed. We landed at I believe it was like 2:05 or something like that. And then, we taxi for like 12 minutes, before you even get to the gate, and that's just crazy. So then, I finally get out. They don't let connecting people get out first, because they say that that whole hub is a connecting flight. Everybody connects at that location. So I get out. Obviously, the gate is in another building, so I had to go up the stairs, get on that little. I gotta get on the shuttle, get to the next building, and I had to beg them to let me on the plane.
Really? Oh, they closed the gate?
They didn't. The door wasn't closed, but they were like adamant that they weren't going to let anybody else in. But a bunch of us just started bitching, and because it wasn't actually the actual time for the plane to take off yet. So we had like 5 minutes to spare. So after a bunch of us like really getting on these people, they gave us the tickets and we got on, but yeah, it was a little scary there, a little nerve-wracking.
If you're gonna have connecting flights, you got to try to give yourself a day buffer of travel, as I learned the hard way.
Yeah, you did the night before
leaving Minneapolis, and I was supposed to be here in Tulsa on Monday night, and I didn't get here till Tuesday afternoon because I missed my connecting flight, and I was stuck in freezing cold Denver in a hotel room that looked like it was out of frickin' The Son of Sam, like a murder was committed in it. Get me the hell out of here and get me on a plane back to frickin' Tulsa. So I got here to warmer climate, nicer town. People here, when they talk about Southern hospitality, they're not lying, man. Everybody here is great.
Yeah.
At this casino that I'm staying at, the River Spirit Casino Resort, man. Friendly, clean, nice, 15 minutes away from the venue. Car picked me up. Really, really. I mean, everybody's been, the city's been great. It really has been. It's, and you can tell Paul, and even Paul today on his socials was hanging out right by the river, which is right near this hotel. Yeah,
he did a cool little video that he posted on Instagram earlier today.
I just saw that river this morning when I went swimming in the pool. So So I wasn't really sure how this gig was going to go, but sure enough, it ended up being the best one yet.
I think so. I'm so glad that I picked this stop to go to. Absolutely. You might be seeing. Are you going to go see a show tomorrow night?
Here?
Yeah. Who's playing there tomorrow night?
Peter Frampton's playing here tomorrow night, but I got to get on the next plane because I got to go to the next show.
Oh, that's right. So you're leaving tomorrow then? Okay.
Tomorrow night for San Antonio on Saturday. So, yep, San Antone, and that's the end of my second leg of shows until November.
Our extended family member Dylan Seavey is going to be on tour with his band The Minx, and he's going to be in Detroit tomorrow night. So I'm going to stop in and see our buddy Dylan Seavey tomorrow night in a pub in Detroit tomorrow night. So looking forward to that.
Give Mr. Seavey my best.
I will absolutely do that. Absolutely. So
yeah, 3 of 7 for me, Tony. 3 of 7. 4 in October and 3 in November.
Yeah, isn't that crazy saying 4 in October? I mean, this is just because by the time, by the next week is over, you'll have seen Texas, and I would have seen New Orleans. So if you would have asked me, back in '93 or whatever, the first time I saw Paul, if I would ever seen him 4 times in 1 month, I probably would have said you were crazy.
Exactly. Yeah. So this concluded concert number 16 now for me, Paul.
Yep. Yeah, 7 for me. So hopefully by the end of this, I'll be in double digits. At least that's the goal.
So quick little recap tonight. So check out the set list, and the sound check is up as well. If you didn't hear me talk about it earlier, but we are a little bit tired, so we're probably going to wrap it up. But good show. Great concert as usual.
More shows to come. So if you're thinking, if you're thinking about seeing Paul, please go see Paul. He's putting on a fantastic show.
And the best is yet to come. Still, maybe Nashville, the pinnacle, 4,000 people.
I tell you, yeah. If I can make my way to that one, oh my God. Yeah, but you guys are going to have a fantastic time there.
That's going to be the crown jewel of the tour, baby.
Yeah.
I think. Nashville, 4,000 people. So, and maybe, just maybe, we'll get the return of Junior's Farm and the flip side, Sally G in the sound check.
Sally G. Yeah, but see, that would make sense. But what song would have made sense for him to play tonight?
Oh, Press.
Press, yes.
Press, baby. Yes. Yes, DJ. We are.
I wonder if any of the band members brought that up to him and say, "Hey, look, we should play Press tonight."
I would wonder. I wonder if one of them would have, but time will tell. So, all right. Yeah. Well, we're signing off. Quick little recap here from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Was never like this because Paul came and conquered, and we were there. So, everybody, peace out. See you on the next show.
Take care.
Take care, man.
Yeah. Bye, guys. Love you guys. Take care.
Thanks for tuning in. Have a great night.
Yep. See you.